So I made a video about some of the best iPhones you can buy and some of the worst iPhones you can buy this year. But what about some of the weirdest iPhones you can buy this year? This is a list of some iPhones that I think aren't really bad, but aren't really like great either. They kind of sit somewhere in the middle, and I don't even know like how to recommend them to people, to be completely honest with you. Starting off, we basically have the iPhone XR. This is an iPhone that I think is still kind of worth buying for some people, but I think a vast majority of people would be much better off buying something like one of the iPhone 11s, or even like an iPhone 12-ish, 12 Pro, kind of iPhone 13. The iPhone XR is weird to me because, it's a good iPhone, it's still supported with software, and it's the cheapest iPhone that you can buy that's still supported with software. So I still think it's like kind of worth it. But I do think because this iPhone is probably going to be it's going to be unsupported this year, it's probably not going to be getting iOS 18, or there's like a 50-50 chance I get it. I don't really know how to recommend this phone to people because I don't want people to buy this phone and then it's going to be unsupported like next year or this year or something like that. So that's why I think the iPhone XR is kind of like a little bit of a weird iPhone to recommend. Another iPhone is the iPhone 12 mini. Now, this is an iPhone that I personally do think is a good iPhone, but I think the successor of this iPhone was so much better that it really doesn't even make a lot of sense to buy a phone like this when you can just go ahead and buy something, maybe like an iPhone, 13 mini, and get a much better phone that's going to be so much better in like every single way. That's why I look at an iPhone like the iPhone 13 mini as a much better product and probably a way better phone than something like the iPhone 12 mini. The 12 mini is still good, but because it also was like the first generation of the mini series, I think you'd probably be better off buying something that's a little bit newer. And I think the 13 mini at that level is probably the better device when it comes down to it. Now, finally, I think the iPhone 14 Plus is another one of these weird iPhones. Now, this is not a bad iPhone. Obviously, the 14 Plus just came out like a year and a half ago. Very good iPhone, has a lot of capability and lots of quality. But this does kind of take us into a little bit of a weird spot, because why buy something like the iPhone 14 Plus in the brand new market when you can buy an iPhone 15 for basically the same price? It doesn't make any sense to me why anybody would want to buy something like an iPhone 14 Plus when the iPhone 15 is right there, and that's a much better priced iPhone in my opinion. As well as in the used market, why buy a used iPhone 14 Plus nowadays when you can probably buy like a used iPhone 13 Pro Max at that price and get a much better phone than the iPhone 14 Plus on something like a 13 Pro Max in the used market. So I feel like these iPhones in particular, the three that I listed, aren't really that great. They're not really that bad either, but there's just like better iPhones you can buy that are, definitely worth the upgrade for these particular cases. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.